Hey friends, Catherine here. Today we are making a turtle because I think they're cute and adorable, and I think I want to do one in green, and this still has honey on it from that time when we extracted honey. That's okay. Clean everything up, good to go. Alright, so I'm thinking, like I said, green. So let's find some green. Aha. There's some green polka dots right there. Perfect. Okay, so now for a turtle, you want to start with your pattern that you want facing outward, face up. This is double-sided paper, but I don't want the multicolor spots to be the outside. I want the green one to be the outside for him. So we're going to start with the green facing up and fold it in half. Go get everything lined up. Fold it in half and flatten it back out, and then bring the two top corners in so that the top edge matches up with the center fold. So for that, I like to put my finger just on the side of the fold so that I can't press the crease any further toward the middle, or away from the middle, I guess, over the other side. And then do the same thing for the opposite top corner. There we go. Okay, now flip the whole thing over, and this will be the underside of our turtle. So for this, we are going to want to bring these two slanted edges now to the center. Right like that. But before we crease it down, we're going to flip that back edge out, just so that we have it to the center and flipped outward. Right like that. And so the other one also to the center. And before we crease it down, flip that back edge out. All right. Pretty good so far. Looks kind of like a... This stage always reminds me of a vampire's cape. The next thing that we need to do, though, is bring these two bottom corners up so that the bottom edge matches the center crease. We've got a little triangle sticking over down on the bottom here, and that's going to stick over the center, but that's all right. That's exactly what we want it to do, so that is perfectly fine. And it should, if everything goes right, this triangle should line up with this triangle, if everything works, which it does. Awesome. Okay, one side done, other side done, and these are going to be our turtle's back legs. Here's his butt, and these are his legs. So for the legs, we are going to bring them back outward about... So this is going to be about 2/3 of the length here. So we've got 1/3 of the length, and then 1/3, and then the other third's behind. Just so that it sticks kind of over. And that's purely to personal preference. You can bring it out further and make his legs longer, or bring it out not as far and make his legs shorter. That's mostly just a guesstimate. This one has a lot of those kinds of folds in it, ones that you're just kind of like, yeah, that's a good way to go for it. That's a good length. Just estimating, because that's like the length of his legs. That's what's going to determine that. Now we've got his back legs done, his tail done. We are going to take this top point at the very, very top and bring it down to meet this point right here. So we're going to be folding these triangles in half along their center. So all the way down and in half. Awesome. There to there. Perfect. Now, here's another one of those guesstimating folds. We're going to bring this back up about here, because this is going to be his head. So how far we bring it up determines how long his head is going to be. Kind of want it like there-ish. That'll give him a good length for a head, I feel. Last couple of folds on this side. Now what we're going to do is bring this edge right here up and make it meet the top fold up here. If you can see that, this edge here to the top fold here. Right? And this one, I think, is one of the trickiest folds in the turtle, because you have to then bring it over, and that's part of what is going to bring his head so that it's not just a triangle. If we can get it to work. See, that's overlapping. Don't want it to do that. It needs to be a little bit more like there, I feel. There we go. Like that. So that it does not come all the way up to the tip. And then, same thing to the opposite side. Bring it, open up this pocket, and bring that lip to the top crease edge and over at about there. So we end up with something looking like that. Oh good, someone started mowing. Perfect, okay. And that's it for this side. Now we're going to flip the whole thing back over again. And you could stop here, and that would be a perfectly acceptable turtle, but there's more that we can do. Everything from here on out, though, is purely embellishments. Now what we're going to do is round his shell. So for that, we're going to take his butt and pinch it to like there, and down the center, and then fold this over so that it comes just to where his leg is. There we go. So that gives us a nice curve. And then that is allowed to open back up again. And we have a tail down here, which we are just going to fold around the back to lock this curve in place. Let's see. There we go. Okay. His shell is now curved. And further embellishments are going to be things like folding the tips of his feet over so that they aren't so pointy, folding the edges on his shell around so that they end up a little bit more rounded to the side. We can bring his head and fold it up a little bit so that he ends up looking up a little. And we can also bring his legs downward at the edge of the shell so that hopefully, once we've done that for all four legs, he stands up. Let's see if we can do it. And bring those legs back out just a little bit so that you can still see them from the top, and there we have it. One cute little turtle. Further things you can do are fold the legs outwards so that he can stand on his feet. There we go. Now he's got little feet. Oop, if I don't just toss them around everywhere. But that is how you make a turtle. I hope you guys like him. I think he's too cute for words. And I will see you all another day. Bye. Oh, remember to subscribe. Bye.